Hello yogis, welcome to class today. Thank you for joining me, and if you take part in today's class, we're going to be doing a circular Hatha flow. So we'll be working around the whole mat. We'll be paying attention to hips and hamstrings. So if you're a little bit tight in that area, this class is going to make you feel amazing. Or yoga makes you feel amazing. But if you do it, leave comments or let me know how it goes, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Awesome, we're going to start seated. We'll just close down our eyes. So our hands are on our knees, our spine is nice and long. We'll just take a few minutes before our practice today to create a little bit of space around us, and just to try and separate ourselves from the outside world and slowly bring our attention and our awareness inward into our body, how you feel, how your breath feels. Start to notice the breath, your inhales, feel the belly rise, and the exhales. Let's take another inhale. Really try and fill the belly, and then exhale all the air out. Let's do another one inhale and exhale. So let's keep our eyes closed and just set an intention for your practice today. This can be something that you want to achieve from your practice, or you can set an intention out to a loved one. Okay, let's take another inhale, and on the exhale, let's blink our eyes open. Okay, we'll start practice today. So let's come onto all fours into a cat-cow position. Our knees are under our hips, our hands are under our shoulders, our spine is nice and long. Let's drop the belly with the inhale, and exhale, round the spine, push into your hands, feel the nice curve in your vertebrae, and inhale as you drop the belly. Take your gaze up slightly, and then round the spine, push into your hands, a big exhale. And let's inhale and exhale as we round the spine. Let's do one more inhale, and then look up, and then exhale, chin towards your chest. And then let's come to a neutral spine. Let's tuck our toes and walk our hands all the way back, and we're going to sit on our heels. Let's inhale our arms up, reach up, tall palms together, exhale, hands to heart center. Let's inhale, arms up, reach up tall, and then exhale, hands down. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's inhale, reach up tall, and then on our exhale, let's take our hands behind us, interlace our fingers, and then squeeze the palms together. Let's slide our hands down with a big inhale, open up the chest, lift the hands away from your body, and then exhale, let's lower back down, and let's bring our fists to our right hand side, and then slowly drop your ear towards your right shoulder. Just hold it there for a few breaths. If your toes are a little bit sore or uncomfortable in this position, you can untuck them. And then let's inhale back up. Let's take our hands all the way to the other side, so our left waist, and then slowly lower your ear to your left shoulder. And then let's come back to center, take our hands behind us, let's release our grip, inhale our arms up, and then exhale, let's take our hands back down onto the floor, and let's tap our toes out. Toes pose, always a big stretch on our toes. on our plantar, we never usually work that part of our foot, so it's just nice to stretch it out. Now let's walk our hands all the way back. Let's tuck our toes, and we're going to lift all the way up onto a sort of haunched position. And then from here, let's just separate our feet about hip width apart. So we're coming into a little bit of a Malasana Squat, a Yogi Squat. And then slowly bring some movement into our hips. So roll to the side, push that knee away. So we're really opening up our hip joints. And the other side. Roll to the outer edge of your foot, the knee pushes away. And then we do that a few times in your own time. Just roll the hips out side to side, bringing a bit of mobility into the hips. Use your hands to support you. If you have some balance, you can lift your hands up. My knees always click and make a grating sound. Okay, let's bring our feet together, sort of heels touch, and then hands in front, and slowly lower the hips down and bring the soles of our feet together. So we're in a butterfly pose. Let's inhale our arms up, reach up tall, so we're just getting some length in the spine, and then fold forward. Walk your hands as far away as possible. You should feel a deep stretch on your inner thigh. Your adductor muscles also is opening up the hips. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. If it feels tight, that's absolutely fine. We're at the start of our practice. We're going to work into the hips. Inhale again to lengthen, and exhale. Maybe you can walk your fingers a little bit further away. Inhale, lift the head up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk your fingers a little bit further away. Now let's inhale, look forward, and let's walk our hands up. Let's bring the sole of our feet together and lift all the way up, hands in front of us, and let's lift up to a downward facing dog. So adjust your feet and your hands to a comfortable downward dog position. Our feet are about hip width apart. Our hands are firmly pushing into the mat, lifting us up. Let's pedal our dog. So bend the knees, working into the back of our hamstrings, our posterior chain. We come back to our breathing, whatever breath you're using for your practice, Ujjayi breath. Okay, let's settle in a comfortable downward facing dog. Now from here, let's bend our knees and then roll forward to a plank, round the spine. We come to a plank position. Engage the core here, find some strength. Now let's step our hands forward and then lower all the way down onto our forearms. So we're in a forearm plank or a dolphin plank here. Now let's drop our knees, our hips, and then our belly button, and pull the heart forward, moving into a sphinx. Our elbows underneath our shoulders, our hands are flat on the mat, our middle fingers point forward, and really drop the belly button down, pull the heart forward, and you can pull your hands towards you to help give you that extra curve in the chest. Heart opening pose. You should feel a deep stretch or deep curve in your spine. Keep breathing here. Let's take one more inhale. And on the exhale, let's lower down. Hands underneath our shoulders, tuck the toes, and let's lift up to a plank position, and then hips up all the way to a downward facing dog. Pedal our dog a little bit more. Right, so we're going to move straight into our circular flow. So from downward facing dog, let's inhale and lift our right foot up towards the sky. Exhale as we soften the left heel down. Inhale as we lift the leg a little bit higher. Stay for the exhale. Now let's round forward and step our foot between our hands. So from here we hinge forward and back, really easing into our hip flexors, bringing a bit of movement. Now let's lower the left knee down, untuck the toes, and then come up onto our fingertips. Pull the heart forward. Let's inhale as we reach our arms forward and up. Reaching up tall, the inhale, and on the exhale we sink the hips down. Inhale as we lengthen the spine. Exhale as we take our hands back. You can take your gaze up if that's comfortable. Now let's take an inhale, and then from here we're going to circle our hands back, and at the same time we're going to straighten our front leg and then frame our foot with our hands, and then inhale to lengthen our spine, and then exhale to fold forward. As much as you can, just go as far as what is comfortable. We don't want to push ourselves too much. You should feel a deep stretch at the back of your leg. Let's inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward, and now let's bend into our right knee, sink the hips down. Again, we're going to reach our arms up, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, sink the hips down. So now we're working into our hip flexors on our left leg. Inhale, look up, and then exhale. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower. Let's inhale, reach up tall. And again, on the exhale, we straighten our leg as we take our hands behind us and then frame our foot again. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. Maybe you can feel you can go a little bit deeper as we slowly start to find some length in the muscle. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward. Again, we bend that front knee, circle, sweep that arm all the way up, reaching up tall. Exhale, sink into our hip flexors. Let's inhale, look up. On the exhale, maybe you can take your hands further back, puff the chest up, take your gaze up wherever's comfortable. Now let's straighten the legs, circle the hands back, and we're going to frame the foot again. Let's inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Soften over that leg in front, readjust wherever you need to find a comfortable stretch. Now let's inhale, look forward, our spine is nice and long, and we're going to take our left hand to the mat in front of us, and then inhale our right arm up towards the sky. So we're twisting to the right hand side. Keep finding some length in the spine. Maybe you can twist a little bit more on the exhale. Now let's look towards the mat, circle the right arm down, and we're going to bend into the right knee again. Now from here we're going to take our left hand to the floor, and then circle our right arm up and back, and then if you can lift that back foot, take hold of your top of your foot or wherever's comfortable, and then on the exhale we sink our hips down. Sink the hips down, you should feel it. Now stretch in the quad, so if you run, this is really great. Let's inhale here, and then exhale to sink the hips down. Now let's twist to the right hand side if you can. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, just to sink your hips a little bit further down, adding in a bit of a twist as you look towards the right. Now let's inhale, look forward, release the foot down. We're going to tuck that back toe and then lift the knee off the floor. You might need to readjust your lunge here. Now let's come up onto our fingertips, and we're going to turn to the left. So we're in a raised side lunge here. We're lowering down, feeling the deep stretch. Find a comfortable side lunge. You can take your hands into prayer or onto the floor, whatever's comfortable for you here. Take a few breaths in the side lunge. And now let's inhale, rise up, and then turn towards the back of the mat. Bend the left knee. We're opening up to a warrior two. Inhale to lengthen our spine. Exhale just to sink a little bit lower. Find some focus here. And inhale and exhale. Let's take one more inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to come up onto the toes on our back foot. Our right arm comes forward and up, moving into a high lunge here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to sink the hips down. Let's inhale to lengthen, and on the exhale, let's turn and twist to the left hand side. Our right arms in front, our left arms to the back. On our next inhale, let's reach both arms up, coming back to that high lunge. And then exhale, let's take our hands down to the mat, framing our left foot. So we're facing the back of our mat, our left foot's in front, and both of our hands are framing our foot. So from here, we're going to step our left foot back and all the way to a three-legged dog. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to soften the right heel down. Firmly pushing your hands into the mat. Let's inhale here, and then exhale. Let's take another inhale, and on the exhale, let's step our foot up between our hand, coming back into a lunge position. Let's hinge forward and back, easing into our lunge, opening up our hip flexors, finding a bit of movement in our joints. Squeeze my back. Okay, so let's come back to center. Let's lower the back knee down and then untuck our toes. So the top of our foot is on the mat. Let's inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, just sink the hips down. Let's come up onto our fingertips, find your balance, and then inhale, circle, sweep the arms forward and up, and then exhale to sink the hips down. Inhale to lengthen here, and then exhale to sink down. Let's take one more inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll straighten our leg, and our arms go behind us, all the way down, and then frame out the foot. So our left leg is straight in front. We're in a half Malasana here. And let's inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. And let's inhale to find some length again, and then exhale to fold. Let's take an inhale, look forward. Now we're going to bend that front knee, circle, sweep the arms forward and up, and then exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale to lengthen. Maybe on the exhale, you can take your hands a little bit further back. Take your gaze up a little bit higher, wherever's comfortable. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to circle our hands back and straighten that leg again. And then inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold. Maybe you can notice you can go down a little bit deeper, finding some length in our hamstring muscle. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward. Let's bend that front knee, our foot goes flat. Let's inhale as we circle our arms forward and up. Exhale to sink our hips down. Inhale to lengthen our hands, our spine, take our hands behind us, puff the chest forward. Let's inhale and then exhale as we circle our hands back, straighten the front leg, frame out the foot. Inhale to lengthen and then exhale to fold. Keep readjusting your position if you need to, finding a comfortable stretch. Let's inhale, look forward. Now we're going to take our right hand on the mat and then inhale our left arm up towards the sky. Twist and turn up towards the left hand side. Now let's circle our hand back as we bend into the front knee. Inhale our arms up again. Sink the hips down. Now let's take our hands back into the floor. Our right hand supports us and we're going to circle our left arm forward and back and lift up the foot behind us. Take hold of the foot. Inhale to lengthen the spine and then exhale to sink the hips, finding a lovely stretch in our right quad, our hip flexor. Let's inhale to lengthen and then exhale to twist to the left hand side. Take your gaze to the left, all while we're trying to sink our hips down as much as possible. Just try and relax in this pose. We're giving our muscles permission to loosen, to relax. Now let's inhale, look forward, and on the exhale we'll release the foot down, tuck the toes, and then lift that back knee off the floor. So from here we're going to walk our hands to the side, to our right hand side. We're coming into a side lunge. Let's inhale our hands to prayer. It's a little bit of a strength pose here. Exhale as we sink our hips down. Inhale, and lengthen our spine. Exhale. Now let's look to the top of the mat. We inhale, open up our hands, we bend into that front knee, we sink our hips down. So we're coming into warrior two. Inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to come up onto the ball of our foot. Our left arm comes all the way up, reaching up tall. And then exhale, sink the hips down into a high lunge. Let's inhale as we reach up tall. Exhale as we sink the hips down. Let's inhale up. And on the exhale, let's open our arms up to the right hand side. Holding it there, finding some balance. Now let's inhale, both arms up. And then exhale, hands down to the mat, framing our foot. Back into our lunge position. So from here, we're going to inhale, sweep our right foot up towards the sky. And then exhale, sink the left heel down. Inhale, lift that leg a little bit higher. And now we're going to round forward and bring our knee to our left elbow. Holding it there. And then inhale back up. Now let's round forward, knee to left elbow, and then extend the leg. Stay on the ball of the foot, on your back foot. We're just stretching out the outer side of our leg, our RT band. Try and find some length in the spine. Now let's inhale, bring our knee to our nose, and then step your foot between the hands. Let's hinge forward and back here. So now let's come up onto our fingertips. Let's inhale, lift our arms up, and then exhale, sink the hips down. Readjust your feet if you need to. Inhale as we lengthen through the spine, and then exhale as we sink down. Let's inhale, reach up tall, and on the exhale we're going to take our hands behind us and straighten the front leg, framing the foot in front. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to soften. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to soften. Let's inhale, look forward, and then let's bend into the front knee as we circle our arms up, and then exhale, sink the hips down. Inhale, look up, maybe take your hands a little bit further back, and exhale, sink your hips. Let's inhale, look up, and then take your hands behind you on the exhale as you fold over your front leg, nice and straight. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward, and then on the exhale we bend the knee, sweep the arms up. Inhale to lengthen our arms up, exhale to sink our hips down. Inhale, take your gaze up if you can. Maybe your hands can go back. And then let's take our hands behind us, straighten the front leg, hands down into the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward, and now we're going to bend the front knee, reach our arms forward, stand up, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, sink the hips down. Hands back if you can, puffing the chest up. And then let's take our hands behind us, straighten the front leg, and inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward, so our spine is nice and long now. Left hand onto the mat, and then inhale, our right arm up towards the sky. Lovely twist. You should feel it on your outer hip on the right hand side. Let's take an inhale here, and on the exhale, hand goes behind and down, frames our foot. Now let's bend the right knee, and let's walk our hands to the left hand side and sink our hips down. Straighten the left leg, toes face the ceiling. If this is too much on your ankles, feel free to sit in a block or come up onto the ball of your right foot. Now we're going to use our elbow on our inner thigh here, or in the inside of our knee. Hand on the floor, and then slide your right hand away from you. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky for a bit of a twist. Try and make the spine nice and long as we twist to the left. Now let's bring our hands to prayer heart center. Use your hands if you'd like to open up to a warrior two at the bottom of the mat, or if you'd like to try without your hands, I often like to start with a bent knee on the left, and then inhale up to a warrior two facing the bottom of the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale to sink down. Now let's inhale. On the exhale, we'll come up onto the ball of our foot. Right arm comes forward into a high lunge. Readjust your position on your legs if you need to. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and then exhale to sink. Let's inhale, reach up tall, and on the exhale, we open to the left hand side for a bit of a reverse twist. Let's inhale here. On the exhale, our left hand goes to the back of our leg. Our right arm comes up and over. Breathing here. Now let's windmill our hands to the floor, framing our left foot. Readjust your position if you need to, hands flat onto the mat. Let's inhale as we sweep our left leg up towards the sky. Exhale to sink the right heel down. Inhale to lengthen, lift the leg a little bit higher. And let's exhale, we roll forward, knee to right elbow. And then inhale back up, three-legged dog. And then exhale, knee to elbow. And then extend your leg out to the side. Now we're just going to hold this position, staying on the ball of our feet, with our right foot. Now let's inhale, we're going to bring our knee to our nose and then step our foot between our hands. And let's hinge forward and back, forward and back, finding some movement in our hips. Let's come onto our balls of our fingertips here. Let's inhale as we sweep our arms forward and up, and then reach up tall. On the exhale, we sink our hips. Let's inhale, take our hands a little bit further back. On our next exhale, let's straighten our front leg, circle our hands behind us, and then take them down to frame that front foot nice and straight. Micro bend in the knee, whatever's comfortable. Let's inhale to lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. If you want to step your back foot in a little bit more, whatever's comfortable. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. On our next inhale, let's look forward. We bend into the front knee, sweep our arms up all the way. Exhale, sink the hips down. Let's inhale to lengthen. Take the hands back if you can. Open up the heart. And now let's straighten the front legs, circle our hands back, and frame the front foot. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen again, and then exhale to fold. Let's inhale, look forward. Again, we're going to bend into the front knee, circle our arms forward and up. Big inhale, exhale, sink the hips down. Let's inhale our arms up, maybe take your hands behind, open up the chest. And then we're going to straighten the front legs, circle our hands back, frame our front foot. Inhale to lengthen our spine, and exhale to fold. Let's inhale to lengthen again, and exhale to fold. Now let's inhale, look forward. Our right arm comes either onto a block or onto the mat next to us. We square our hips to the front of the mat or to the back of the mat, and then inhale our left arm up towards the sky. Try and find some length in the spine. So we twist and turn to the left. Keep breathing here. Keep finding some length in the spine. Now let's circle our hand all the way back and then down as we bend into our left knee. Let's walk our hands to the right hand side and then sink our hips into a low side lunge or Malasana, a Skandasana. We sink our hips down. Use your hands to support you or your hands in prayer. Find some length in your spine. Our right leg is long. You should feel a deep stretch in your inner thigh. Our toes point towards the ceiling. Hands at prayer. our left elbow on the inside of our knee. Now let's take our left hand onto the mat and slide it away from us, really pushing into our inner thigh. And our right arm comes up and twists behind us. Keep breathing. Keep twisting. Now let's lower our hands back to prayer. Take a big inhale here and an exhale. So use your hands to support you, or otherwise bend that front knee, and then we're going to open all the way up to a warrior two towards the top of the mat. Our right knee is bent. Inhale to lengthen our spine. Exhale to sink the hips down. Let's inhale and exhale. On our next inhale, let's come onto the ball of our back foot. Our left arm comes up. Inhale to lengthen our spine. Exhale to sink our hips down. Inhale, our arms up. Exhale, take the hands back. Pull the chest forward, pull the heart forward. Let's inhale. Let's reach our arms straight up now. And on the exhale, we open to the right, adding a bit of a twist. Keep breathing. Keep finding length in our spine. On the exhales, maybe you can twist a little bit deeper. Let's take another inhale and an exhale. On our next inhale, let's take our right arm up towards the sky. Reach up tall and then exhale, hands down to frame our right foot. We're back in our lunge position here. Our hands are going to support us, and on an inhale, we're going to circle our right leg up towards the sky. Exhale to sink the left heel down. Inhale to reach the right leg a little bit higher. And then on the exhale, let's bring our knee to our right elbow. And then inhale back up. Now we're going to do the same movement again. If you're keen to try Ekapada Kundanyasana, give it a go. Otherwise, just repeat the same as before, knee to elbow. But if you'd like to give it a try, let's inhale here. And on the exhale, we hinge forward, knee to the top as we bend. So it comes on top of our elbow as we bend our arms. And then let's lift all the way up to a three-legged dog. So it's not the best, I'm not the best at that, but working towards it. And now let's inhale and step our foot to the right of our hand. So we're in a bit of a lizard pose. Sink the hips forward and back, really opening up the hip joint. So let's drop our back knee down, untuck our toes, and on the inhale, let's take our hand to the inside of our knee, and on the exhale, we roll to the outer edge of our feet, push the knee away as we twist to the right. So we're really working to open up the hip joint there. Just to wherever's comfortable. Let's bring our knee back up. And then from here, we're going to inhale, sweep our right arm forward and back. Lift the back foot up and take hold of the foot. So we're going to work into our quad again. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to sink our hips. Option to stay here, or if you'd like to go down onto your elbow, and then bring your hand to around your ankle and just sink the hips down. Feel the deep stretch in the quad. Keep breathing. Finding some length in the spine. Let's inhale here. On the exhale, let's twist to the right. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Look up. Now let's look towards the mat. Release the foot. Hand on the inside of our foot. Tuck our toes and let's lift the back knee off the floor. And then from here we're going to come back into a side lunge or skandasana. A low one if you'd like. Just find a comfortable position. Bring your hands into prayer. Find some length in your spine. Take an inhale and an exhale. Now let's take our right hand onto the floor and then slide it away from us and all the way. So turn your palm up, take your hand behind us, left hand goes all the way around and interlace your fingers. So we're finding a bit of a bind. Let's inhale to lengthen our spine and on the exhale, twist towards the left. Now let's release the bind. And again, if you'd like to use your hands or if you'd like to just practice hands free, warrior 2 towards the back of the mat. Inhale here, whoops, and then exhale to sink down. Inhale and exhale. So from here we're going to circle our right arm forward and up. Come up onto the ball of our back foot and then exhale as we sink our hips down. Inhale to reach our arms up and then exhale to take our left hand behind us and our right arm comes in a reverse warrior. So reverse high lunge, reaching towards our back foot. Now let's windmill our hands back down to frame our left foot. Now we're going to work towards our last side of the circular flow. So our hands are onto the floor. Let's inhale, sweep our left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right foot or right heel sinks down. Inhale as we lengthen through the left leg. So like we did before the Ekapada Kundanyasana, if you'd like to give it a go, let's come forward. Our left knee comes on to the back of our elbow or onto our tricep, and then we hinge forward, lift the right leg up. Lower it down, lift all the way up to a three-legged dog. A face plant is absolutely fine as long as you don't hurt yourself. And now exhale, we step our left foot wide of our left hand. So we're back in our lizard pose. Let's just hinge forward and back, forward and back. We keep breathing here. Now let's drop our left knee down, untuck our toes, so the top of our foot is on the mat. Let's inhale to lengthen our spine. Let's take our left hand to the inside of our knee, roll to the outer edge of the foot as we push that knee away, opening up the hip joint. Twist and turn to the left as we push the knee away. Let's inhale to lengthen our spine, and then exhale, let's twist towards the back. Now let's inhale as we come back forward to a neutral position. And then from here, our right hand is going to support us. We're going to inhale our left arm up, lift our back foot up, take hold of the top of our foot. Find a comfortable quad stretch, sink the hips down, holding it there. A deep stretch in our quad, as well as our hip flexor. If you'd like to give it a go, you can lower down onto your elbow and then turn your hand to take hold of your ankle. And then sink the hips down. And then let's twist and turn to look to the left. Keep breathing here. Keep holding this pose. Try and be gentle in your approach. Now let's inhale, look forward. Release the foot down. Your left hand's on the inside of your foot. We lift the back knee off the floor and we walk to the right as we sink our hips down, coming into our Skandasana. Find a comfortable Skandasana. Our spine is nice and long. And then let's take our hands into prayer. Let's inhale here and exhale. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Let's lower our left hand onto the floor and then sweep our hand all the way to the left. Turn the palm up and all the way around, and our right arm comes around behind us and takes hold of our fingers. We find our fingers at the back, squeeze them together, and then inhale and exhale as we twist to the right. You can take your gaze to the ceiling. Just opening up the shoulders a bit as well. Now let's inhale, look towards the front, and let's release the grip behind us, hands to the floor. And now we either use our hands to open up to a warrior two position, or we can just try without our hands. So we lift all the way, oops, I'm stiff, and then we open up to a warrior two. Our right foot's in front, our left foot's behind, our right knee is bent, and exhale to sink the hips down. Readjust if you need to. Our knee should be over our ankle just to be safe, and we should try and track it in line with our toes, the knee that is. Inhale and exhale. We're almost there. On our next inhale, we're going to circle our left arm forward and up, come onto the ball of our back foot, reach up tall, and exhale, sink the hips down. Let's inhale. Take your gaze up, take your hands behind us on the exhale. Now let's take our right arm to the back of our leg, and then take our left arm all the way back for a bit of a reverse high lunge. So our left arm points towards the back of the mat. Now let's windmill our hands down. Back into a lunge. From here we're going to step to a plank. Our right foot goes back to a plank, and then from plank let's walk our hands forward and then lower onto our forearms, and then from here knees, hips, belly button. Relax the top of the toes to the top of the mat. Let's take our gaze to just our fingers this time in a Sphinx pose. Let's lift our belly up with the inhale, and on the exhale, lower it down, and then pull the heart forward. Let's close the eyes in the Sphinx pose. We just want to keep breathing here. Keep pulling the heart forward. Squeezing our shoulder blades together. Lower the shoulders away from your ears. Let's open our eyes and let's lower all the way down, hands underneath our shoulders. Let's tuck our toes and we're going to come up to a tabletop position. So from tabletop, let's inhale and reach our right arm up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, we're going to thread it underneath our left arm. Drop our shoulder and our ear onto the mat. Our left hand supports us. We walk our right hand all the way as far as it can go. And just close down the eyes. Now let's lift all the way up to a tabletop again. Reset our hands and our knees in the correct position. Inhale our left arm up towards the sky. And exhale, thread it underneath our right arm. Walk it as far away as it can go. Shoulder and side of our head onto the mat. Our right arm supports us. Now let's push into our right hand, come back to the tabletop, and then from here let's come to a seat. So we'll slide our feet in front. Let's take hold of the fronts of our knees, round the spine, and lower all the way down onto the mat. Let's bring our knees up with us. Hug the knees into the chest, and let's just rock side to side. Just round and bring the nose all the way to the knee. Nice spinal decompression, rounding the spine, finding space in our vertebra. Now let's lower the left knee onto the left foot onto the floor and place our right ankle on top of that knee. Hands down beside us, and then from here let's just gently lower our right foot onto the floor on the left. You can take your hands out to the side and take your gaze to the right hand side. Just allow your right knee to fall to the left. Now let's lift our knees up, release the twist, hug the knees into our chest, bring our nose to our knee again, and then let's lower the right knee down. Our left ankle comes on top of the knee, and then slowly lower that leg or the foot all the way down into the floor, our arms out to the side. Both the shoulders are on the mat, and take your gaze to the left, and if it's comfortable, just allow your knee to fall to the right hand side. Let's come back up to center, lift the knees up. Let's bring our shins together and let's roll forward and bring our nose to our knee again. And then from here, let's bring the sole of our feet together. Open up the knees to the side, hands down beside you. We'll come into final Savasana. So if you have a blanket or an eye pillow or anything that would make your Savasana more comfortable, just grab it quickly. The soles of our feet together, the knees open if that's comfortable for you. Palms face the ceiling, and let's close down the eyes. So let's stay in this position. I'm going to do a few breathing exercises with you. So let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's place our right hand on our chest and our left hand on our abdomen, and you can repeat after me. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Let's take a big inhale, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you everyone for practicing today. I hope you really enjoyed that class, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Cheers.